Hello lovely people, welcome. My name is Miriam. I'm a family therapist. This is the second of two videos about eye contact. In the first video, I explained why I believe it's not a good idea to require that our children look at us, especially if we are upset with them. But I also talked about children who are naturally shy or a little bit awkward. They tend to look away. They don't find keeping eye contact with people very natural, and I've said that we could teach them that it is an important skill. Just asking them to do it isn't going to do the trick. It's anxiety provoking and it's not great, but I'm going to show you here what you could do. So the first thing is to be aware that you are asking them to do something that's not coming to them naturally. It's not natural and they need to put an effort, and the first thing they need to understand is why on earth they need to do it. And the best way to explain it comes from the work of Michelle Garcia Winner. She is an American speech and language therapist. I think in America they call it speech and language pathologist for some reason. Anyway, she developed methods called social thinking, which I think is really great for explaining children's social situations and how to think in a social way. And one of her terms is called thinking with your eyes. And basically it's the idea that you think with your eyes. If you're looking at something, it means that you are thinking about it, or you're thinking about what the thing wants to tell you. So when a child looks at the teacher, they're either thinking about the teacher or they're thinking about the information that that teacher is trying to convey. Now, for some of these children, that's not the case. They don't need to look at something in order to think about it, but they need to know that this is how the rest of the world operates, is that most people will assume that if you're looking at something, you're thinking about that. And if you're looking away, you're not interested. And so this is something that they will need to navigate. And they need to understand, and even if it makes no sense to them, you can just explain that this is how other people, or most people, the vast majority of people, are going to judge their actions. So they'd better understand it at least. Now, the second thing that you could do is connect the eye contact to their own individual needs. So if the child needs to have some friends or wants to keep out of trouble at school, then this is one of the things that they could do. And so they can make an effort, but the effort is linked to something that they're going to get out of it. They're going to get out of it people more relaxed, being more relaxed around them. People want to be with them more, and you want to connect between this eye contact and what it is that they want for themselves. So that will be different for each child. Now, another tip is that some children find looking in people's eyes difficult, but they're okay looking at their forehead or nose. So again, you can give it a go and have a try and see if it works for your child. And if it does, keep doing it. That's great. Now, once the understanding is in place, then there are some practical things you could do. And the first one is what we call preparing for success. And that comes from the work of janis-norton. I'm going to link to it too. And this is about anticipating difficult situations, challenging situations, setbacks, anticipating it and preparing for it. So in this case, it would involve something like, oh, Uncle Steve is coming for dinner. How are we going to greet him? What's going to be the best way to make him feel comfortable here? And you ask leading questions, hoping that your child's going to give you an answer of what it is that they need to do. So rather than tell them, you know, Uncle Steve is coming and you need to do this and you need to do that, and goes like, wah, 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 blah, blah, blah. You are actually asking them questions that are going to make them think, they're going to make them imagine themselves in the situation, imagine themselves doing the expected response, and saying it to you. And if they do that, there's much more chance that actually it's going to happen in practice. And the second thing you could do practically is use a lot of specific praise or discrete gestures of encouragement. So you could say to your child, I love it that you look at me. I like that you smile at me. from time to time, you can do that. Again, if your child's very shy, you'd better not do it in front of other people. They may not like it. If they don't like it, you can do it later. You can say, when we went out and we went to the shop, you look at the shopkeeper for a minute. It was so nice. Or you can just agree and say that you're going to do an encouraging gesture of some kind to let them know that they're on track and that you're happy with what they are doing. So that's that, really. It could be a lifelong learning for some children. Some of them are going to just grow out of it and everything's going to be okay, but some children need much more practice and investment than we would like, but still it is worth it, and I'm inviting you to do it. And maybe tell me in the comments below what you've tried and what worked for you or what didn't work for you. And if you like this, subscribe, press the bell, and I'm going to hopefully see you next week, and enjoy your children. Thank you very much.